Ours is definitely not funny. There's like, part of me hoped there was like a little bit of comedy because it's pretty grim, and I was nervous that, who wants to watch like a junkie then demon, but I think Fede's done a pretty good job making a really interesting horror film.
Is this a more raw take on the subject?
Yeah, I mean, I think what like the producers have said is when they made the original, they didn't have the money to make it as like they didn't have like the effects, to make it exactly the horror film they wanted to make it, and now they do have a lot of money and they want to make the film that they always were set out to make. So I don't think any of their original intention was to be funny, but once they, sometimes when you make sometimes the best things are something you fall upon, and they found that it worked, and so they went with that. But I think at the beginning they really just wanted to make a good horror film, and so that's what we're trying to do too.
Part of the fun of the original film was how violent it was. It was so over the top. It was almost funny. How violent is this?
So fucking violent. Yeah, really violent.
In what ways?
It was the worst experience of my life. I'm not kidding.
Take us through it.
I was tortured for 4 months straight. I swear to, like, it was the worst experience of my life. Like, it sounds funny to you, but I was depressed. I mean, I was buried alive, fully, under the ground, by myself. All I had was a cell phone and a flashlight. I was in 5 hours of prosthetics every single day, which is, like, one thing, but the physical stuff I had to go through. When you see the movie, you'll see, like, I did pretty much everything. They're all practical, like, effects. We didn't do any CGI, really. I mean, I'm sure there's some. But, like, mostly I did everything. I was strangled, I was raped, excuse me. I mean, not really. But I was actually strangled, and you'll see. I mean, it was terrible.
In the course of there, was there anything that you were like, I'm not comfortable doing?
No, Fede bullied me into doing everything, pretty much. When I was buried alive, I cried, and I said, I can't do that again. I did one take, and it was like, that's it. But we did a bunch of different versions of it, and no, somehow Fede was able to manipulate me into thinking I was being a baby when I really wasn't.
But was he ultimately right? Have you seen the film?
I haven't seen the film. I haven't. No, he didn't let me watch anything. Fede's really mean.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So today be the first time you're seeing the film?
Yeah, I mean, I did see a little bit when I was doing some ADR at the end of filming. It was also an incredibly long shoot. They just kept shooting 70 days. So that's why another reason it was so hard. So at the end I saw some stuff, but today I'm really excited to see the minute that we're going to see.
How tough is it to do a film that's called Event when everybody knows the film? There's such a fan base. Or did you not let that pressure bother you at all?
I didn't. I mean, like, everything you make, there's pressure. And people are going to like stuff and people aren't. So I just figure with every job I take, I can't really think about, like, pleasing people. We just sort of have to do a good job. And also, maybe it helps that I didn't really know about the film before I auditioned for it. But I haven't really let that affect me.
You've seen the original now, right?
Yeah.
So in comparison, the monsters in this, would you say that they're more raw? Is it more for like a scare, like to make people to run from the theater? Or?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I'm sort of the monster, so I hope that I will make you run away.
How long was your spot and makeup show?
It was 5 hours when I was in demon mode, yeah.
So was that every day? How long did they do that for? Like, is there a lot of that, or is it like a slow progression for you becoming this thing? Are there phases to it?
There are phases. It gets nastier and nastier, but it was a lot of days.
And you're an actor who buries yourself in the makeup and lets that become part of the process, or are you like, get this shit off me and let's get through the day?
Well, both. Definitely. By the end, you're like, get this shit off me, and like every day I would go straight from cut and like run to the shower and have these insane like gloves. It was like an hour and a half to get the makeup off.